So, how can a tablet help you to procrastinate less? Well, let me tell you and we'll get through it. So, let's get to it. So why is it that you should buy a tablet in the first place, and how is it going to help you reduce procrastination? So a tablet, in used in the right way, will actually help you a lot to be more productive. So for me personally, I've had this from person, it may work for you, may not, but this is just an idea for you if you have a tablet or are planning on getting one, or why you should get one. So I always have this problem where when I'm on the laptop, I would do nothing that is productive at all. So I'd probably play games, I'd probably, I don't know, go on YouTube, maybe just about revise using YouTube, but that is very rare. And then I rarely have any real uses to use the laptop when you have the tablet, because the laptop, the very few things I do actually need to use it is maybe if I need to write something up, but if I want to write something up I can just do that on pen and paper, or if I want to print something out. Printing is like probably the biggest thing I actually use the laptop for. Apart from that, it's very little. The other things I use the laptop for are not for productive purposes, unless I'm making videos as such, which I do kind of count as being productive. I don't have that many uses for using a laptop, so and a tablet is more useful for what I do. So a tablet allows you to actually get down all the revision notes that are online and have them in PDF format. I would recommend you buying an Android tablet rather than an Apple one, because sometimes Apple tablets don't have support for multiple applications, and you might see rich text files fail in Apple, but with Android you can kind of tweak it and do things to it which allows you to actually open it on Android, which is pretty cool. But if you do want to go for an Apple iPad or whatever, you can still reap from the benefits. So make sure it supports, Word documents, make sure it supports, PowerPoint. As long as it supports those, then you can use the tablet to view those on the tablet, and it prevents you from like going on a game or going on YouTube or something like that. You can also block out YouTube if you want on YouTube on your tablet, but it really isn't necessary if you use the tablet solely for doing your work. If you separate out the tablet for doing your work and your laptop for doing gaming and doing non-productive stuff, then you are more likely to use the tablet more effectively. I do use the tablet to watch movies and things like that, but most of the times I would use my tablet for learning, for finding past papers and answering my questions, for looking at any revision notes, for any sort of surfing, when I'm surfing the web for actual information. I'd use my tablet. My tablet is quite fast, it's quite good, it's quite useful, and I really, because of the tablet I bought, which was, I actually already reviewed this, if you check my earlier videos, I'll put a card up there, because if you look at the tablet I have, this is the Lenovo, it has a kickstand as well, so I can actually do some writing on this. So if I want to do some writing, I can do that. I would also recommend you maybe buy if I can find it, a Bluetooth keyboard. I can't find my one. I have it somewhere, don't worry. I've already reviewed it as well. I'll put that Bluetooth keyboard up there as well. But a Bluetooth keyboard can be very useful as well with the tablet, because you can just put the kickstand up and then start writing. And the Bluetooth keyboard I have is beautiful, because it's really nice to type. It was a gift from someone else, but it's a really nice to have keyboard to use, and I would recommend you use it as well if you have a tablet. It's a very cheap keyboard, so check out and I've already reviewed it, and you will know why I really like it. So using that, I can do pretty much everything I really need to do without using the laptop. So let's say the only times maybe you would want to use the laptop is maybe you have a research assignment where you have to use graphs, and the tablet becomes kind of ineffective in this point. However, you can use the tablet to do all your writing that you need to do, and then use the laptop to put it into the Word document. However, given that you have a set goal, you are more likely to be productive using the laptop because you have a reason for using the laptop now. If you have a reason for using the laptop, then you're more likely to be productive using the laptop. And so using the tablet for productive purposes and of work and other things, primarily based on work, will help you out rather and not use the laptop, because it really isn't necessary to use the laptop anymore. You can do this on your phone as well, I guess, but your phone, try to keep that away, because your phone, I would personally use the phone as a way of social media, going on Facebook and things like that would primarily be on my phone, or if I'm on the laptop I would probably be on maybe Facebook, but Facebook gets quite boring anyways, as you guys may know. Communication and everything, you leave that on your phone, and a laptop you can do whatever you want unproductive, like gaming or whatever, and then use a tablet to actually hone in and do your work. Is there any sort of recommended apps I personally use? I don't use any, so I won't have any recommended apps, but I would say download Google Docs. Google Docs is very useful. Google Docs, Google Sheets and Google PowerPoint. Google Docs is useful because it will allow you to use any documents you have on the tablet, on your phone and on your laptop, and you can get it regardless if you're an Apple or if you have an Apple or an Android or Windows. It doesn't matter. This is what's so beautiful about Google Docs and why it's great, because you can use it on many different platforms. Also, Google Sheets, I would recommend that, because you can put all your past papers that you've done onto Google Sheets and say, okay, I've done this past paper, da 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 da. I use this sort of table to say these are the past papers I've done, what grade I've got, and what percentage, and things like that, where I can improve. Then you can do that as well on Google Sheets on your tablet, which is also great. But if you find writing on a tablet a bit daunting, that's why I would recommend buying a Bluetooth keyboard for that purposes. Another good app was Google PowerPoint, PowerPoint, which is kind of self-explanatory. If you have any PowerPoints to view, you can view as such. Apps I do use, I have already recommended those apps, the memory apps. The one I'm primarily using is Quizlet. Quizlet is amazing. It allows you to write down your flashcards, and you can memorize them that way on the go. You can make them on the laptop and then view them. I've made flashcards myself and I've used them, but I don't revise by that. I revise primarily by just practice papers. But that's pretty much what A-levels pretty much is. Do tons of practice papers and know the content, and you will pretty much get a good grade. That is what pretty much A-levels is. But I'm not sure about what university is like. Although university is more about note-taking, things like that, and really knowing your stuff, it can still help that your tablet, using your PowerPoints and things as such. So I hope this video did go a bit rambly and I did waffle a bit. Apologies for that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video and understand why the tablet can be a good use for you to actually improve your productivity. Thank you for watching. Random Hope over and out, and I'll see you next time.